This week we're mixing pentatonic scales over blues changes. This way you're going to sound like you really know what you're doing. That's because you will know, because I'm going to show you why each one of these works. By the way, I'm Lee from Play Guitar Academy, and we are about to get started with the licks. For these licks, I'm playing blues in the key of B, and I'm using the patterns of the B minor pentatonic, major pentatonic, and the B blues scale. So as we get into the licks today, these are going to be some licks you could play over a 12-bar blues. I have them in order. And I'm going to start low and work my way higher as we go up the patterns. And what that means is we're going to have a B minor pentatonic pattern, a B major pentatonic pattern, and the blues scale all in one place as we move up forward. You'll see what I mean as we go. The scale patterns we're using in this area, here's the minor pentatonic, this pattern 4 at the 2nd fret. And then we're using the B major pentatonic. So right away, the minor third from the 1 pattern is going straight to the major third right away. Now we're going to be in major pentatonic for a little bit. So we're going to go up the scale pattern. The next note in this scale pattern is the 2nd fret, that's the F sharp. And then we go up to the 4th fret, which is the G sharp. Now I want to go up to a B note. I want to resolve this. So my closest B note is up high. I'm going to slide up here and grab that B at the 7th fret on the high E string. But now when I come back, I want a different sound for this lick. I want to go straight into the minor pentatonic. So we're going to go to pattern 4 on the B string at the 5th fret. That's an E note. Bend it up to an F sharp, back to the E, the minor third in B, and then the root. So we're going 4th, 5th, 4th, minor third, root. So on our second lick, this lick is still over the B7. This is only in the second measure of our 12-bar blues. But we're going to start off with a new sound. This is the blues scale. In the key of B, at this position, around the 4th and the 5th fret, we have pattern number 5. And we can put the blue note in between our E and F sharp on the B string. And I'm going to take advantage of that in this lick. In fact, we're going to start off on the blue note, the F. This is the sharp 4 or the flat 5. I like to do a rake into that too. So we're going sharp 4 to 5, 6, back down the blues scale. So it's 5, blue note, 4. Then we have our D note. And now at this point, it's all been minor sounding. It's even more tense because of the blue note. We're going to switch to our major pentatonic that fits in this area, and that's pattern 1 in B major pentatonic. And the notes we're going to use are on the D string at the 4th fret. That's our F sharp, to G sharp, and back to the B. It's got a really sweet sound at the end of a tense phrase. And if we put these together from the beginning, that's a really neat, happy, sweet sound at the end of a very tense lick. If you think about it, our major scales are as happy as we can get, and our minor scales are as sad as we can get. And we don't live there. We're not always completely happy or completely sad. And all the cool stuff happens in between. And this shows that by blending the two sounds together. It's like having two different colors on a painter's palette and mixing them together to get something else. It's pretty neat. Let's take a look at the next lick. So in this lick, we're using pattern 1 of the minor pentatonic and pattern 2 of the major pentatonic. Let's take a look at this third lick. I love this lick. This lick is going to take us into our 4 chord, which is an E9 chord. So we're still in B7, but we're right at the end. So this is a great place for some tension and mixing back and forth. We're going to start on the 10th fret of the B string. And that's our A note. That's the flat 7th in the key of B. That's from our B minor pentatonic scale. We'll slide into that. Up to the B, up to our strong note, back to this note. And now, as we work our way down, the next note that we're going to play is different. This is the major 6. This comes from our major pentatonic. Now we're going back and forth between the two scale patterns in this position. Now that gives us a sweeter sound, but we can keep going down. So there's our 5th. That's our F sharp. That's in both major and minor pentatonic. We're going down to the 4th. And then here we're going to play into major again. Minor 3rd to major 3rd. Up to our 4th. And then our last note here, we're going to play the 7th fret on the G string. Now this is our D note. And why is this important? Because this is the exact beat. If you look above, it's the exact beat where E9 comes in. And this note comes straight from the chord. It's the flat 7th of E9. So we are targeting chords as well as mixing scales back and forth. For lick number 4, we're going to start off in pattern 2 of the minor pentatonic and quickly move up to pattern 3. We're also going to use the B major pentatonic pattern 4. Okay, we're still in the E9 chord. We haven't gone back to the 1 chord yet, and this lick is going to take us to the 1 chord. If we take a look here, our first 2 notes. The first one is the 11th fret on the G string. That's our F sharp. And then our next note is the 10th fret on the B string. That's our A. These come straight from the minor pentatonic. You've heard that in a million blues songs. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play this minor pentatonic and we're going to take the same shape and slide it up 2 frets. Hear the difference? Sad first, happy next. So when they're both together, it gives kind of a sweet sound. Now this one we slid up to, that is 13th fret on the G. That's our G sharp. That's the 6th going into our tonic note, our B note, the strongest note of the whole deal. So now we made it to 12. We got a few more notes left. We're going to put our 3rd finger on the 14th fret, and we're going to bend that up to a D sharp, up to the major 3rd. This is coming from the major pentatonic sound now. And back to the B. We're going to have B minor pentatonic pattern 3 up here. And we're going to have B major pentatonic pattern 4. This one is awesome. I love it. This lick takes us through our 5 chord and then into our 4 chord and back to our 1 chord. We're going through all of the changes with 1 lick to end this out. We're going to start off with our first finger at the 12th fret on the B string. That's our tonic note, strong note. Then we're going to go straight to the 14th fret on the high E string and bend it up a full step. That's going to take an F sharp up to a G sharp. So we're going up to the major 6. This is major pentatonic scale pattern right here. Now we let go and play it again without bending. So there is our F sharp, which is our 5th. And then we're going to go to the 12th fret, which is E, which is our 4th. Now we're going to go down here to the 14th fret, but this time on the B string. So this is going to take a C sharp up to a D sharp. This is going into our major 3rd. Very sweet sound. Back up to the E in the F sharp, 12th and 14th fret on the high E string. So we're in major pentatonic this whole time. And back to the tonic note. But as it continues, now we're shifting our 3rd finger to the 15th fret on the B string. That's a D note, but it bends up full to an E. So we're bending up to the 4th, but when we play it, just like in the last time, we bent and then we played it without bending it. This is the minor 3rd. Now we are in our minor pentatonic scale pattern. We've shifted right back over. We go back to the 12. This is the tonic note, but look at this. We're going to blend in some of the major pentatonic right here at the end. We're going to slide up to the 13th fret, our G sharp. That's our major 6th. That's on the G string, and then back to the 12th fret on the B string. Thanks for playing along today, and thanks to all of our members over at playguitaracademy.com. One of the many benefits of being a member is getting all of the tablature, guitar profiles, and the backing tracks for all of my lick lesson videos. I also have a very cool trial going on right now. It's worth heading over to check it out. And don't forget to download your Big 4 scale pattern worksheet. This is going to make all of this easier for you. And if you haven't seen the day after this video comes out, I have a podcast where I deep dive all of the concepts that we learned in this lick video. So check that out tomorrow. And then let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great practice. I'll see you in the next lick video.